Welcome to Oli-B product launch. My name is Jan, I'm one of the founders of DBDtools, and today I'm joined by Alexander, co-founder and lead engineer behind Oli-B.
That's me.
We will cover all the important information that will be useful to you. Since we've received quite a lot of questions regarding Oli-B, we will answer those questions at the end in a Q&A session. In case some things go unanswered, please write questions in the chat during the presentation and we will answer them at the end. Most of you here today are shop owners, mechanics, or in some way related to the cycling industry. I'm also 99% sure you're all avid bike riders and are familiar with the feeling every bike rider loves: a freshly serviced bike. From downhill to road bikes, a mechanically sound bike is a joy to ride. From the moment a rider enters your shop to the moment they leave, you know that every detail matters to them. Most maintenance procedures are already well covered with specific tools to ensure optimal functioning. However, arguably the most important component is often overlooked when it comes to achieving full potential: a disc brake. To achieve brake's full potential, a mechanic must bed in brand new brake pads before handing it over to the customer. I'm sure most of you know what bedding in is, but just in case some of you missed that class in school, Alexander will quickly explain it.
Brand new brake pads and rotors don't have flat contact surfaces. Some brake pad material must be transferred to the rotor to ensure a large contact area as well as increase the friction coefficient. This transfer must be gradual with several cycles to allow for cooling between periods of braking. This process ensures optimal friction, reduces squealing, and minimizes the risk of uneven wear or glazing. Traditionally, bedding in is done by riding the bike on a flat surface and braking a set number of times without stopping completely to prevent hot brake pad material from sticking to a single point on the rotor. The procedure, while simple enough, is not the best in terms of repeatability. An inexperienced mechanic or a rainy day can easily cause brakes to perform suboptimally. That's why we made a machine for it, Oli-B.
Meet Oli-B, a revolutionary machine designed to ensure that brand new brake pads perform at their peak. As we learned, properly bedded brake pads are crucial for achieving maximum braking power, while also extending their lifespan. Oli-B will help you do that every single time. Is it raining outside? Snowing? Is it too hot or too cold? Oli-B works in all conditions. After all, it is an indoor machine. It's easy and intuitive to use. Even absolute beginners in the shop will be able to bed in brake pads perfectly. With protocols for different types of bikes, you will be able to achieve repeatable results that will increase your shop's reputation, and riders will love it. Now we will go back to Alexander, who will quickly explain and show how Oli-B works.
Okay, let's take a closer look at Oli-B. You turn it on with a power button on the back and the display lights up. Now, based on the bike you're working on, you must select the proper protocol for the brakes you are bedding in, considering both tire type as well as rotor size. You can do this using the buttons on the display, or you can switch between protocols by pressing the centering mechanism with a bike's wheel. You can also change the direction of rotation this way, making operation as convenient as possible. Once you have the right protocol selected, you simply place the bike's wheel into the centering mechanism and wait for Oli-B to start turning the wheel. When the brake indicator comes on, you pull the brake lever to increase the braking force to a target range in the green zone of the display. At this point, the display starts counting down until the end of the braking stage. Once the brake indicator comes off, you release the brake lever and wait until the end of the cooldown stage. This cycle is then repeated several times, and the total time until the end of the selected protocol is also displayed. Once completed, you simply remove the bike from the machine and you're all done. Oli-B works with all wheel sizes from 20 to 29 inches, including fat bikes. I will explain more about the protocols in just a minute, but first, let's take a break from Oli-B for a moment and look at its sibling, eBilly. eBilly is our electric repair stand and the perfect companion for Oli-B in improving a shop's workflow and service quality. Jan will tell you more about it.
Oli-B, eBilly is still, after 3 years on the market, the most well-rounded electric repair stand. One of the main features of eBilly is the smart operation. With a simple button press, the stand will lift any bike up to 40 kilograms automatically to the limit switch. No need to hold any buttons. On the way down, it has built-in auto-stop function that automatically stops the stand when bike touches the ground. If you need a smaller adjustment, you can hold the button and the stand moves slowly, ideal for when you're trying to clamp in the bike. The clamping mechanism is designed in-house with CNC machined components. It features a quick release mechanism with 22 millimeters of movement just by flipping the clamp handle. Our rotation mechanism is like nothing else on the market, and a customer favorite. It's easy to operate with one hand and minimal force, while it can hold even the heaviest bike in desired position. Simply open the rotation mechanism with one hand, rotate the bike and close it up. eBilly is also fast, moving at 10 centimeters per second, one of the fastest, if not the fastest, electric repair stand on the market, saving you valuable time and lowering downtime. Now, I don't know if it's just the engineer in me, but when I look at eBilly, it's truly one of the best looking pieces of equipment that I know, and it's designed to last you a decade. I don't want to steal more of your time with eBilly. Let's find out more about Oli-B's protocols.
The conventional bedding-in procedure calls for a set number of braking periods while riding the bike. Usually, this means accelerating up to a speed of around 25 kilometers an hour and then braking almost to a stop, but not all the way, and then repeating the whole process several times. Most machines are optimized and designed to mimic this speed of around 25 kilometers an hour. However, a mountain bike tire at this speed indoors is quite loud. If you have an open floor plan shop, this can be unpleasant for both mechanics and customers. That's why we took a slightly different approach. The actual speed at which the bedding in is done is not as important as the energy you put into the pads and rotor. Traditionally, it is set at 25 kilometers an hour to ensure one almost full stop can heat everything up enough before you must get back up to speed. A mountain bike tire has much more grip and is noisier than a road bike tire. So what can we do with this info? We adjust the operation of the bedding in machine for specific tire types, which coincidentally also overlaps significantly with rotor size, which is the other parameter that is not considered in the traditional bedding in cycle. Therefore, Oli-B has 4 protocols for different tire types. First up, protocol 1 is for road bikes and rotor sizes up to 160 millimeters. In this protocol, the rollers spin faster, which contributes almost nothing to noise, but reduces the potential for tire slip. This way we can get a maximum amount of energy into the brake pads and rotor with the highest efficiency. Moving on to protocol 2. It is meant for general use, touring or base level mountain bikes with rotor sizes between 160 and 180 millimeters. This protocol provides a good balance between tire noise and torque. Next up we have protocol 3. It is meant for mountain bikes with 200 millimeter rotors and above. In this protocol the rollers spin slower but with more torque. This reduces the tire noise somewhat, as the grip with these tires is much better and a similar amount of power can be transferred to the brake. Then we have protocol 4. This is a so-called gentle protocol. For example, it can be used for cargo bikes where applying enough force to the tire may be difficult, causing tire slip. It takes a little bit more time as there is less energy being transferred to the brake, but it allows for some specific cases of bedding in to be easier. In addition to the 4 protocols, there is also a manual mode where Oli-B spins freely with no set cycles. You can decide what you want to do. Another major benefit of Oli-B is the use of almost completely flat drive rollers. Initially, we designed Oli-B with more traditional conically shaped rollers, which also serve to center the wheel in the machine. However, physics dictate that the peripheral speed of a roller is directly proportional to its diameter. What this means is that the speed along the conical roller edge is different in every single point. Because a tire doesn't touch the roller in a single point, but along a line, that means there is unavoidable slip occurring somewhere. The more power you try to transfer, the more force you must apply to keep traction, and the more this slip wastes energy and destroys your tire, while also causing unnecessary noise. This is a serious design drawback, and the reason we went back to the drawing board immediately after we discovered it. Here's a photo from testing with conical rollers and the damage it did after some attempts. This is why conical rollers take longer to bed in your brakes. They're limited by how much usable power you can get from them. To solve this problem, we utilized a centering mechanism, which also doubles as a protocol selector and a direction changer. The flat drive rollers allow for maximum power transfer with minimal slip, significantly speeding up the bedding in process. Oli-B is also designed to require minimum maintenance with an automatic drive belt tensioner, so a customer never has to take the cover off. Another feature is our advanced electronics system, which also allows for updates to be uploaded via a USB cable if necessary. This was a quick overview of Oli-B's features and benefits. Now back to Jan for some more information you don't want to miss.
At DBDtools, we believe that tools are more than just equipment. They are enablers of excellence. Our mission is simple but profound: to create products that make mechanics' lives easier, their work more enjoyable, and their impact on customer greater. We create tools that are the starting point of a powerful cycle of value. By providing mechanics with reliable, efficient solutions, we empower them to perform their best work, delivering exceptional service to the customer. This, in turn, creates happier, more satisfied riders who trust their mechanics and return for future service. It's a continuous circle. The better our tools serve mechanics, the better they can serve customers, and the stronger bond between them becomes. At DBDtools, we are proud to be foundation of this circle of trust, quality, and satisfaction. To build on this idea of creating value, we are excited to introduce the DBDtools Superior Service Program, a recognition of excellence for our trusted partners. As part of this program, we will provide each participating shop with a DBDtools certified sticker, a badge of quality to display proudly at your front door. It's a simple but powerful way to show your customers that you are committed to using the best tools and delivering top-tier service. But we are not stopping there. We will also feature your shop on our website, highlighting you as one of our superior service partners. This platform will connect you with a growing number of riders who now turn to online resources to find reliable servicing options. By sharing your shop's details with us, you will be part of a trusted network that helps riders discover the best mechanics out there. This is more than just a sticker or a listing. It's our way of acknowledging your dedication to quality and supporting your efforts to go above and beyond for your customers. Together, we are setting a new benchmark for what outstanding bike servicing looks like. As we wrap up, we want to thank you for being part of this journey with us. At DBDtools, we are not just building products. we're building partnerships and setting new standards for excellence together. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Let's dive into your questions and explore how we can support you even further in the Q&A session. Welcome to the Q&A session. I see that we've received quite a few questions in the chat already, so we'll just go through them quickly and try to answer all of them. If some of you still have questions that are unanswered, or maybe our answers bring out more questions, feel free to ask. And sorry about the delay. So the first question was, where is the brake bedding in machine produced, and what about after-sale service? So the machine is produced in Slovenia. We are the manufacturers of it. We basically do all the assembly. Everything is done through us. So we have total control over quality. So everything is up to our high standards. In regards to the after-sale service, Alexander?
Yeah, so we provide support either directly to the customer or through a distributor. We provide all the documentation that distributors need to help their customers, and in case of any breakdowns or something like that, the customers can also communicate directly with us. So they basically communicate with the people that made the machine, and that way we can solve the problem quickest.
As well as Alexander mentioned in the presentation, the machine is produced in a way where it requires minimum maintenance, and even as far as we can tell, it's hard that there are any major issues with it, and even for software updates, it can be done by you. We send you the documents and you upload it. So I think that it's pretty well covered. Another question is, will the video be available to share it with our customer? Yes, the video and the Q&A session and everything will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can directly get it from there. If you need something else, you can contact us directly, and we can help you out with that.
Okay, so we have a question from Ernst Engist. Is an app available? Can I print a protocol for the customer? There is no specific app available for the machine. We didn't develop it because we don't think it is something that is necessary at this moment. But can you please elaborate? What do you mean? Can you print the protocol for the customers in the comments? And I will answer that as well. Okay, how many watts does the motor have, and does it become slow during the braking process? So basically the motor is rated for 550 watts, but due to the advanced electronics and the way the machine runs, so not always at the rated power, we can get quite a bit more power out of it. I cannot talk to the specific number that we get from it, but it is quite a bit more than the rated power. This in combination with the flat drive rollers, as mentioned, are more efficient, and these two things together make sure that you can bed in the brakes much faster on this machine. So the other part of the question was, does it become slow? No, we actually compensate for the heating up of the motor and electronics, so that the motor keeps the same feeling throughout the entire process.
How long does a typical bedding process last? Do you mean how long does it take to bed it in, or for how long does it last? Because how long does it last, it depends basically on how much wear there is, and how, if you are riding a lot. I know that mechanic from Tadej Pogačar mentioned that they basically throughout one race they ran through all the brake pads, so they have to be replaced immediately. So it really depends on how much you ride. As in terms of how much time does it take to bed it in?
So the protocols are slightly different because you have to take into consideration the rotor size as well. If you have a bigger rotor and, for example, four piston brakes, you need to put a little bit more energy into them. So the cycles for the mountain bikes are slightly longer than the, for example, road bike cycle protocol. But in general, it is from 2 to 3.5 minutes to completely bed in the brakes. We can use more power with this machine, but the cooldown periods still have to be just as long as with any other process that you use for bedding in the brakes, just for the brakes to cool down.
Warranty, as with all our products, we have 2 years warranty on all the mechanical parts and 1 year warranty on all the electronics and motors. But motor it will probably outlive me. Maybe not outlive me, but it will last very long. Are the rollers interchangeable after they are worn out? The rollers are made out of aluminum, anodized aluminum. So I know that in previous versions we tried with rubber rollers. I mean rubber coated rollers, but, and those do worn out, but these should not worn out. I don't think they will ever worn out, but they can be replaced in case they are damaged or something.
Yes, basically I mean, because we make the entire machine, we can basically send you any part that you need.
Worn out.
Okay, so are the results printable? Okay, so this is from the previous question. We haven't done anything so far to print the results. If you mean so that you can give a piece of paper to the customer, here's our old brake, or here is the brake before the bedding in, and here is the brake after bedding in, like a certificate that the brakes are done. We haven't implemented that. We did think about it, but we'll see. If customers ask for a feature, we will definitely consider it. But at this point, we don't have that feature implemented now.
The weight of the machine is a little bit below 30 kilos.
Yeah, so basically you can ship it as a regular package.
Yeah.
It's not an oversized.
That's more for distributors.
Yeah.
When it will, okay, you asked the Spanish distributor when will it be available. We will ship them out in February. So I don't know how long does it takes for distributor to process them towards you, but I think a couple of days. So I guess you will for sure have it before the season starts. I've also received some questions on the email from before. Are there any sound indicators for the cycles? I don't know if you hear, but even the buttons have sound indicators. And basically, when the cycle ends, you will also hear indicator, which will be. Hopefully, you can hear it. But yeah, you hear sound indicators for that. Another question was, what is the widest tire it can fit? It can fit 4-inch wide tires. So basically any fat bikes, and as mentioned in the presentation, from 20 inches to 29 inches. So I think it covers all the tires. Do we have any other questions? Warranty. I think that's it. I hope you liked the presentation. We are sorry about the delay. We had some technical problems. It's actually our first time doing something like this, but I think we are really happy with your turnaround, how many people joined. So we will for sure do that for our future products. I think we will also include a live crowd. So if there are any Slovenians watching, you will be able to come to the studio and watch the presentations live. So yeah, and even from other countries, if you're stopping by in Slovenia, you're more than welcome to join. I think that's it from us. Thank you for joining us. And in case you have any questions, anything, you can still write us to an email, and I will send you all a short, as I mentioned in the promotions, that we are having a special offering until 20th of December for all orders placed before that. I will send you all what our offer is, and then we can talk through emails. So thank you.
And also, if you have any suggestions, either for this product or for something you would like to see, we always like hearing from distributors and from mechanics what we can improve. We continuously optimize our machines and look for new things to make. So you can also talk to us about anything you want to talk about. So yeah, thank you all for joining us. Hope you liked it, and that's it.
Yeah, see you in about a year with another product. Hopefully before that. Bye.